Tantor Audio, a division of recorded books, presents Worth the Chance by Evey Lyon, narrated by Louise Brenner and T.J. Clark. 1. April. Plie, arabesque, jeté. And champagne spills over the edge of my glass. Oh well, another sip. I gaze at the half-eaten tier of strawberry shortcake that is calling my name over there on the table. I would have done the icing a little differently, but who am I to criticize the award-winning inn in this little town of Lake Spark, Illinois? I'm just the friend who had her fiancé leave her, and now I'm the 26-year-old woman who left her job in accounting because, well, it wasn't for me. With that consideration, I grab hold of the near-empty bottle of champagne in my left hand and pour another glass. Looking around me as I move, I reflect on the fact that I am alone in an empty private dining room at the Dizzy Duck Inn. A pool of pink confetti crunches between my bare toes, as my new heels were killing me, so I took them off after all the guests left. We may have gone a little overboard with the baby shower decorations, but it isn't often that your best friend is having a baby with your uncle/godfather. To add to the pressure, everyone wanted an invite since he is the one and only Hudson Arrows, football coach extraordinaire. But we kept it low-key and classy. My mom, my cousin Drew, and I arranged the baby shower. Well, more party because it was a team dad and team mom event. I'm happy I could do this for Piper. After all, we had a bit of a falling out when I discovered she was sneaking around with my uncle, but we're all good now, because even a fool could see they are perfect for each other. 5th position, assemblée, back to 5th. It's been years since I've done ballet. I let my feet gravitate into their own dance, the knee-length teal dress swaying out perfectly and making me want to watch the fabric flow. I'm not sure why in this moment dance is calling to me, but someone literally is calling out to me. April. That tone fills me with dread. My body tightens as that voice satisfies my disdain quota for the year. Exactly what I needed tonight. Baseball royalty rolling in. Spencer! Ugh. He chuckles under his breath. It's irritating because of how it is enticing, if I were the kind of woman who finds arrogant baseball players attractive, and I am not. Spencer appears in my peripheral vision as he walks right past me to grab another bottle of champagne from the bucket of nearly melted ice. Damn it, I missed that bottle. He gets to work on breaking the foil. He's wearing dark blue jeans, dress shoes, and a shirt that only accentuates those upper arm muscles that earn him millions. God, his cologne is a little strong today, and his new haircut of short summer length just seems a little overboard for his sandy brown hair. Where's the tutu? He asks, which means he must have spied on me in my little dance escape. That's it. I feel my face forming a sneer as I slowly turn to face him. Do you not have to go home? I mean, thank you for gracing us with your presence at the baby shower, but I feel the ground turning cold, which must mean your stellar personality is freezing the earth. He scoffs a laugh as he perches against the table, and with his brown eyes set on me, I notice how the shade of green of his shirt complements his eyes, which is beside the point. I love that you dislike me so much. It's not often I share mutual feelings with a woman. Gag. Don't put me on a list with your gazillion skanks. Wouldn't dream of it. Plus, gaggers don't get a place on my list. I'm more a swallow and smile kind of guy. I would literally throw up if it wasn't for the fact there is a hint of sarcasm in his voice, the saving grace from this horrendous conversation. I roll my eyes. I knew there was a reason I avoided you all day. Nah, you did that because I bring out the worst in you, and you wanted to be on good behavior for Piper and Hudson. I really want to throttle him. Good behavior my ass. I'm not Miss Prim and Proper. Pop. The cork goes flying, but neither one of us seems to notice. He continues to speak. I wanted to drink today, avoid the last of the construction on my house, and maybe have a spa day tomorrow with a hot masseuse before I head deep into baseball season. So I'm staying here tonight. Hudson texted that he thought he forgot some gift in here, some silver duck or something, so that's why I am submitting myself to your presence again. My eyes bug out. You live literally 4 miles from here. He's my uncle's and Piper's next-door neighbor. I met him through my Uncle Hudson at a barbecue, and I always saw him at other events. It was an instant dislike, mostly because Spencer possesses a smug smirk that I just want to... He pours himself a glass. And? Foxes on the road this time of day can be a killer. I snort a laugh, because as ridiculous as it sounds, it's true, because Lake Spark is surrounded by woods. Offering him my glass, he cocks a brow before filling my glass up too. What's your excuse? I don't live in Lake Spark, and I didn't want to drive back to Chicago today, so alcohol and a soft hotel bed it is. I struggled to give a tight, closed-mouthed smile. He pauses before finishing his task of filling my glass to the brim. Hopefully they put us on opposite ends of the hotel then. Oh, wow, we agree on something, I counter. I take another sip and realize I should pace myself around this man. In a bizarre twist, I trust the man in a he would keep me safe kind of way, but I don't trust myself around Spencer Cruz, star pitcher of the Blue Lights. You know there was a stop sign, he mentions. Aggravation seeps through me that he wants to go down memory lane, starting with the time I was arriving at Spencer and my uncle's street once and nearly had a car accident. Yes, there was. You probably didn't see it because of the bush by the sign, so I was right with my traffic skills and I had the right of way. No, you didn't, he insists. You nearly hit my car in the process. He tilts his head to the side. A little dramatic. Really? And what about my uncle's barbecue a while back? What is your explanation for your asshole tendency there? I slam the glass onto a table. Oh, that's easy. You walked around all holier than thou, and your boyfriend at the time is the kind of jackass that will cheat on his future wife and only look out for himself. The air in the room evaporates, and he instantly seems to regret his words, as his cocky demeanor fades into almost remorse. He's close with Hudson and Piper, which means they must update him on my life. A twinge below my heart ignites as my eyes fall to the floor. Well, joke is on me then, right? I say softly. Spencer steps closer. I'm sorry, that was out of line. I peer up. It's the truth, isn't it? If only I had known then what you so wisely figured out. I mean, I could have saved myself an entire engagement. I fake a laugh. I walk past him and straight to the window overlooking Lake Spark. The sun is setting, which casts an orange and purple hue across the sky. Time seems to still, as I try to forget the fact that I would have had a wedding coming up if it weren't for Jeff deciding that I'm not what he needs. A tap on my shoulder causes me to look down, and I see a glass of champagne held out in a firm hand. Here. Did you add poison? I wonder. Nah. To have me in your company is probably agonizing enough. I straighten my posture and take the glass. Right, we irritate each other. The corner of his mouth curves, and I seem to notice the 5 o'clock shadow around his lips more than I care to admit. So, what's with the dancing earlier? He looks into his glass. Old habit. A long breath escapes his mouth before he leans against the window and seems to be casting his gaze on me. You were a ballerina? Somewhat. His eyes go wide, as if he's waiting for more. Care to elaborate? No, I answer bluntly. In truth, it's nothing special. I only danced until I was 15, then turned in my point shoes for the swim team. I wasn't very good at that either. Spencer bites his inner cheek before his jaw slides side to side. Do you always act like a child, or do I bring out the best in you? My hand finds my hip. Forgive me for having a zero-tolerance policy for jerks who play baseball. Come on, give me some credit. I'm an MVP jerk who plays baseball with any team willing to pay for my arm. I set my glass down, and my hands fly into the air. See? Your arrogance is something else. Confidence is a good thing to have, April. I have confidence, I say, quick to defend myself. He doesn't answer, but instead shakes his head subtly, as if he's amused. You stopped dancing the moment I came into the room. Because you dampen the mood with your pure existence. The corners of his mouth twist as everything I say only seems to entertain him. Well, on that note, I'll let you be. He propels his body off the window that he was leaning against and glides his way across the room with a champagne bottle hanging from one hand and his lips sipping from the glass in his other hand. I don't say anything, just watch him leave with derision written all over my face. When the door closes behind him, relief fills me, but I can't seem to look away from the exit, as if he may just walk back in, and my eyes linger longer than needed on the door. I'm slightly dizzy, yet way too sober to be knocking on Spencer's hotel room door. I don't bang with elegance. I thought when he left an hour ago that I wouldn't have to see him again until he shows up on a TV screen because of a baseball game. Spencer, open up! It takes only a few seconds before he complies. Fuck, what in the world? I was recording a video of my arm flexes for my trainer. Gah, sounds like the perfect recipe for his egotistical ways. But never mind, I have bigger problems. I barge in his direction, brushing past him into the room. You have something that's mine. I pivot sharply to give him a death stare. He walks slowly back into the room with the door clicking shut while he drags the back of his fingers along his chin before a sinister smirk forms. Is that so? He rasps. My hands land on my hips. The hotel staff accidentally delivered the leftover cake to your room. Please, can I have the cake? His eyes squint at me like I've said something crazy. You came here for the cake? Yes, I wanted a piece. They said they would bring it up to my room. Fine, but I keep the champagne. He tips his nose in the direction behind me, indicating where the cake is sitting on a table. I march on over and grab the fork to dig right in. Okay, maybe I am a little tipsy, and food is my refuge. God, this is so good. I admit that I moan as I suck on the fork. You know my mouth may have been on that fork, but I'm sure that's just your fantasy, right? I glance over my shoulder to find him sitting on the edge of his bed, with arms crossed and a cunning grin. The only way I like your mouth is when it is taped shut. His eyes grow bold. Kinky. I like that. I growl at his way of taunting. Stop trying to piss me off more than normal. What am I possibly doing now? You're trying to egg me on by thinking I have some crush on you or some bullshit like that. I'm not other women. I don't care who you are. and I certainly do not find you attractive. Besides, I'm not even your type. Why, April? Why did I even say that? He only hums a sound, followed by a long pause. I feel like he is studying me. You're right. My type is overconfident chicks who don't stop dancing on my account. Fuck you. I didn't stop because I'm not confident. Oh no. We're bickering again. Feels like a flashback to the time Piper and Hudson had us over for dinner, and they had to change the seating arrangements between salad and steak courses to ensure Spencer and I had distance between us. Spencer smiles to himself and stands up to grab his glass of champagne. Damn, looks like he nearly finished the bottle. He takes a drink, then offers me the glass that I stupidly accept, as if I need to replenish my liquid intake. You seem a little edgy. Is it me? He pretends to be concerned. I swear I snarl at him. Like, I totally understand why you are single and ready to mingle. It's impossible to enjoy even a millisecond with you. I care to disagree. I'm just currently stuck in the proximity of an uptight woman. I instantly act and splash the glass of champagne in his face. I'm anything but. When his face stills and his tongue darts out to taste the alcohol in the corner of his mouth, I realize my error. My jaw drops open, and I can't believe I just did that. He uses the back of his hand to wipe away a few drops from his cheek as his eyes darken before he gives me a pointed look. What the hell? My shock fades into a smile that wants to spread. He steps closer, and I don't move. Unpredictable. I'm unpredictable, I declare, because inside I'm acting this way for reasons that have nothing to do with Spencer, but I don't want him to know what's going on in my mind. But before I can process the elation I feel that I may just be everything my former fiancé thought I wasn't, I feel something gooey hit my cheek. I blink and realize that Spencer reached over and grabbed cake with 2 fingers before he smothered it on my face. He's standing far too close to me with a satisfied look. Oops. I touch the sticky icing with my palm, only to quickly shove his hand away, but he is quick to circle his fingers around my wrists. Don't start something you can't finish, he warns. I'm very capable of finishing, thank you very much, I snipe back. His look turns to a mix of warning and interest. I bet, he rasps. Please do. I break my wrist free from his impressive grip that is equal parts gentle, yet proof of his career as a pitcher. But the moment I'm free, his arm circles around my middle, and my response is to grip his shirt with my fingers. I feel like something is combusting inside of me, a form of hysteria that has me drawn to his eyes and darting my vision down to his mouth before snapping my attention back to his piercing gaze. And I'm not sure who in this moment is more eager to take a chance on a wager.
2. Spencer. A few months later. I peer up from my phone as I approach the restaurant. I've heard teammates rave about it, but that's not why I'm here. It's the end of the baseball season, or rather, our batter struck out at a key moment running up to the World Series, so our team is out early. And hopefully, the batter is getting traded for next season. I was finishing up some meetings with my agent and publicist when I got the message that added another complication to my life. I should be in my car with music on full blast while I drive back to Lake Spark. Instead, I'm walking down a sidewalk in downtown Chicago with a few people noticing me, but I have no intention to smile and sign autographs. It's not because I'm an ass, it's because I'm on a mission. Okay, I'm not a fan of people either. Opening the restaurant's door, I glance at the screen on my phone and see my mother sent me a message with a picture. It causes my lips to tug. but my mouth doesn't commit to a full smile, as the message is a reminder of another life that I keep under wraps. Arriving at the hostess station, a brunette smiles at me and flicks her hair behind her shoulder. Her eyes fill with recognition.
Hi, welcome. Can I get you a seat?
I can tell she is a supporter of my career, or wallet, by the eagerness of her voice and overdone smile. I swipe my sunglasses off my face and tuck them into the pocket of my black button-down. No thanks. I'm here to meet someone.
Oh, nobody mentioned you would be joining us tonight, but we're happy to have you here.
Her smile doesn't falter. She seems keen. I scan the busy room. It's 7 p.m., which means those who worked all day are now carrying on their evening with business dinners. That was never my scene. I'm more of a throwback beer with the guys type of man. It's kind of a surprise, I mention, as I now search the room, determined. Ah, bingo. I spot her, wearing a black dress and hoop earrings. It kind of suits her, but I don't think about it for long. She is next to the window and sitting across from a guy. Wasn't planning on that, but this day is already hell enough, so what's one more obstacle? Founder, if you don't mind, could you send over a scotch on the rocks and make it a double? Thanks. You're a doll. Before the hostess can answer, I'm walking at a fast pace to the table by the window. I'm not in baseball season, which means I don't need to think twice about drinking alcohol. In season, I stay off the hard stuff, and only have a beer if it's a few days before a game. I haven't committed years to the sport to throw it away to a bad practice or game because I'm hungover. Assessing the scene, I sense that I'm witnessing a date, clearly. Grabbing a chair from a nearby table before I reach my destination, I pull it up just in time to hear the mystery guy talking about anesthesia, and April is politely listening until she does a double take when I appear in her vision.
Spencer!
April shrieks when her eyes land on me, obviously surprised by my presence. Her brown eyes grow big, almost in wonder that I'm in front of her. And hell, I could think of many other people who I would rather be sitting in front of right now. This woman detests me, and in a moment where logic left me, I found her bratty ways attractive enough. Oh, hey there. Am I interrupting? Surely I'm not interrupting. My cocky smirk is out in full force. The man who could use a steak or two looks at me peculiarly.
Aren't you Spencer Cruz?
I am, and you must be... He answers me in awe.
Ted. Ted's a doctor, a cardiologist, actually.
April pipes in, and I'm instantly amused that she feels the need to try and level the guy up. Now I have to grin. You know, I think I read once that cardiologists have I don't know, the highest rate of heart attacks or burnout due to stress, plus long work weeks. Must be grueling for your future wife. No clue why I decided to highlight this stranger's faults to April. April's face is fuming, and I can tell that I've hit a nerve.
As opposed to baseball players who retire by 30? Are you retiring? Oh shit, now the blue lights are gonna suck.
Ted adds his commentary.
Spencer lives next door to my uncle, she explains.
I turn my attention back to the guy. So, you were April's new boyfriend? I internally question why I'm curious. He grabs a piece of bread from the basket. It's actually our first date. Oh, wonderful. And here I am interrupting. I lean back, just as the hostess hands me my drink. Perfect timing, as I could use the liquid encouragement right now for what's about to go down. But my confident look doesn't fade.
How the hell did you know I was here?
April asks, clearly agitated. I tilt my head gently to the side. Your love of cameras. Her eyes fill with recognition as they don't blink, and since her dress is hanging low at her tits, then I notice her breath pick up. I'm quick to clarify. You posted on your social media story a photo of your cocktail, and the logo of the place was on the napkin. You really should work on safety first. Her hands nearly claw the tablecloth.
And why the hell would you be looking at my social media?
Do you two need a moment? I feel like I'm missing something, Ted says, but neither April nor I look at him, as we are too busy in a standoff. How about I just steal this pocketful of sunshine away for a moment? I suggested Ted. April's body stiffens, but she just gives the doctor a tight smile.
Just a minute. I'll be right back, and then we can order dinner.
Ted gives us an odd look. Oh, sure. Clearly their date wasn't going so great anyways. April grabs my arm.
2 minutes,
she grinds out. She pulls me out of my seat, and I follow, only I don't like being towed along. I step forward and then place my hand on her lower back to take the lead. For a second, I appreciate the fact that her dress is a little snug around her hips. I lean in and nearly murmur, "Don't you have a sweater or something?" She flashes me a death stare.
Why?
I just think Hudson would appreciate that I'm watching out for his niece and ensuring Dr. Stress keeps his gaze appropriate. I attempt to justify, but fuck me. Hudson may kill me for what is transpiring and what I did with his niece, who is his goddaughter and wife's best friend. I should have probably thought about the rules of our friendship a little more. But then again, Hudson is laid back and even attempted to push me in April's direction once or twice, like at the baby shower a few months back. I'm not blind. The moment we are at an empty spot near the bar, she shakes me away and turns her full attention to me.
No sweater.
Her tone is clipped.
Which, by the way, it's a little late to be concerned with manners that my uncle would approve of.
Her brows arch. She's in a feisty mood.
Our first contact in months, and I already feel like knowing you is a regret. Now explain why the hell I am being graced by your presence this evening.
My lips quirk out as we both take a beat to look at each other. I haven't seen April since that night a few months ago. Her blonde locks are in waves around her face. It looks natural, but I get the feeling she put in the extra effort with her hair tonight. I guess her skin is tanner too. I heard she went to Italy for a little while, in place of the honeymoon that she had hoped to go on. Piper told me when I ran into her on my driveway, which makes me wonder if Piper knows. Does anyone know about—
Hush your mouth!
She is quick to interrupt, and steps closer, a sort of warning, as she nervously searches the room.
And what? Admit my mistake? God, no.
I debate my words for a second, but I can only chuckle nervously. Okay. Well, we have a tiny problem. Her brows raise in curiosity, and I see concern spread across her face.
What do you mean?
I look over her shoulder to ensure nobody can hear, and lean closer to whisper, "The video." Her entire body tenses, and concern is replaced with fear. I notice because she peers her eyes up, causing our breaths to mingle, as we are in close proximity.
The video?
I scratch my cheek. You know, the one we accidentally made while we were— Her palm lands against my chest to stop me from continuing, and to create space between us. God, this woman touches me like she knows exactly which spot awakens a feral need inside me. It's downright infuriating.
Do not say the words,
she nearly barks, then throws on a small fake smile when the barman walks by our spot to collect a glass. The moment he passes, our eyes lock, and I see the fear, but it's laced with heat. I know it's there.
You deleted the video. I saw you delete the video.
Her voice has panic in it. Licking my lips, I'm about to bite the bullet. I did, but I kind of— It's dragging out. Her nails sharply dig into my arm.
Kind of? What?
I forgot it auto-saved to my cloud.
Of course it's saved to your cloud. What kind of person doesn't know that you need to delete it from your phone and the cloud? Fuck!
Disbelief is strong in her tone, She steps back, and her hand fans her face. She is clearly trying.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?